Welcome to Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I love comics and I want to share them with you. Follow me on Twitter at artofjvelez or on Instagram at jvelez622. I share some doodles and drawings as well as a comic book that I'm working on free of charge. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoy this. We'll go over comic books that I have and enjoy. However, I do use the digital version for the purposes of this. We kind of review the artwork and the story of comic books that I think are pretty cool and I think people should read and get. Hope you enjoy it. Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me here. We are going to be looking at Orion number 7 from 2000. So we got a great cover of Calabac, and it looks now like Calabac is about to fight Orion. This is written and drawn by Walter Simonson, one of my absolute favorites, and the letter by the greatest letterer of all time, John Workman. Just wonderful letters. Of course, this is Mortala, who we were introduced to last issue. And basically, Calabac and Orion are about to throw down. Love Simonson's pacing, and love how he's giving these fights big panels to let the action take over. So Calabac is extremely strong, stronger it appears than Orion, so he's really beating him up. Calabac wants to rule Apocalypse, and Mortala actually saves Orion. And she's trying to bewitch Calabac, but he actually runs from her and says that he'll remember this. And of course, Orion lands in the sewers. And great panel, just great composition here. So Orion kind of wonders how the heck did Calabac get so cunning, because he was always strong, but he figures out that there's something going on, and he thinks Desaad is the reason that Calabac is different. So he goes and runs to find Desaad. So we're back in Metropolis, and news comes out that the residents of Suicide Slum are being evicted, and the nation's largest shopping mall is going to be built where Suicide Slum is. And the Newsboy Legion is upset that nobody wanted to pay the high price for the fight between Orion and Darkseid, and so they won't be able to pay those taxes so that the people didn't get evicted. And Jimmy Olsen released his portion, so they said now now the news won't matter, no one's gonna pay, because people will already have seen it. And they give news about a wrestling match coming on, and he gets an idea, and so with that idea, which they're not really spelling out at this moment, they're gonna save Suicide Slum. And back in Apocalypse, Orion is still searching for Desaad, and he believes he is near his laboratory here. And he is. So Desaad is about to torture some helpless people because that's what he does. He's a sadist. So Orion interrupts him just before, and Desaad is also a coward. Very cool panel of Orion running, and he attacks Desaad and wants to know about Kalibak. He refuses to talk, so he's going to throw him to the people. And he says he'll talk. So Orion tells him to go ahead and start, and he just needs to catch his breath. But Kalibak comes in, and so Orion just pretends that Desaad told him, and Kalibak gets angry, punches Orion out of the way, and says he'll kill Desaad first as traitor. And so Kalibak's about to go off on Desaad. Desaad finds a switch here, and he presses it and gives Kalibak basically a headache. And as he moves through, Kalibak is just knocking everything down. And Orion grabs him and says, "Okay, what's up? What's going on?" Desaad wants Orion to protect him, and he'll tell him. So Orion agrees. And then now he's ready to tell him what's up. So Desaad tells him that they found a belt from the old gods, and he fidgeted with it. It augmented the strength naturally, but because of what he did, it became addictive. And it was done because Darkseid wanted to control Kalibak. So without that switch, he's in pain because he's like I said, it's addictive. And he offers Orion the controller. You can tell Desaad's up to something. And Mortala's in there. She's kind of wondering what happened. Orion destroys the belt because he doesn't believe anyone should be enslaved. And Desaad can't believe he did that. Orion reminds him that he's not Darkseid, but he will he will still protect him. And Kalibak's kind of upset too, because he lost that belt, and Orion now is able to beat him. Mortala uses her power, and Kalibak puts Kalibak to sleep, similar to the way Mantis is in the Guardians of the Galaxy. And Orion now tells this person to take the scraps of the belt and send them to the fire pit so that it's destroyed. And they take Orion to the infirmary, and they tell him to bind him, though, and warns Desaad that that is no longer going to be tolerated, and takes the people that he was about to torture, and he frees them. I know it looks like he's about to destroy it, but he's breaking the cage, so probably could have done it a little less dramatic, but hey, it's comic books. Drama is part of the thing. And the people run, so no more abominations. So here we are. We're at the end of our main story here. So we go to our backup story. The story is by Simonson. However, the script and the art is by Howard Chaykin. And so Skroak is about to go destroy the belt as he was ordered, but someone is telling him, "Hey, just give it to me, and just tell him that you broke it." Or and he says no, but it was Mortala who is up to something. And so she takes him, but he is going to try to blackmail her, and he chases her. He's trying to put like these handcuffs on her, but she manages to catch him and tells him to sleep, and she walks away. And this part here says that she's still working for Darkseid even after death. So they're gonna break Orion, and he'll be theirs. So Orion number 7 from 2000. Like, follow, subscribe. Thanks for listening.